Now, how bad is Florida's unemployment system? It sounds like a bad joke, but the reality is Florida's unemployment system is nationally recognized for its failings. That's right, and one national expert say it's in fact the worst in the country. It's not something to be proud of. On your side's Jocelyn Howard reminds us how we got to this point.
It's definitely the worst state in terms of getting benefits out the door.
50 states all had to adapt to a worldwide pandemic and massive job losses.
No state did perfectly at this.
But national unemployment expert Michelle Evermore says Florida was the worst at distributing benefits, and it hurt the state.
Florida lost out not on just billions of federal unemployment dollars, but also on the economic stimulus that would provide in communities.
The $78 million Connect system was put in place by former Governor Rick Scott in 2013. In a series of reports from 2015, 2016, and 2019, the state of Florida's Auditor General repeatedly mentioned problems with the Connect system and the department's continued failure to correct them.
It's a reflection on the fact that the system was designed to not let people in.
The report said website flaws included problems with the system's accuracy, efficiency, and security.
We've allowed it to break on purpose. We designed it to fail. And it's time for a change.
Lawmakers like State Representative Anna Eskamani say fixing the unemployment system will be a top priority for the coming legislative session.
What I don't want to see happen is folks pretend like this was never a problem, and then a year from now, Floridians continue to face a broken unemployment system.
In her newly proposed bill, Eskamani demands accountability from the state. The bill proposes a 3-week deadline for the Department of Economic Opportunity to determine if a claimant is eligible for benefits.
I hope that Floridians come together and demand a better unemployment insurance system. The legislation has been introduced, and it should be seriously considered.
Jocelyn Howard, First Coast News, on your side.